Look alive, Charles. It's Monday. Perfect sports world here for us. Adam Deal, that is Charles Ashley. And wake up a little bit, man. You know?
Me? You over here couldn't even get words out, yawning.
Yeah.
Red card. So let's just keep it going.
Uncalled for. Absolutely uncalled for. Listen, this weekend was awesome.
Yes, it
and
was.
Friday, we were live. uSportsCentral was live at Wilson Stadium. And then, Charles, you and I got to broadcast that game. You were there for the first half of it. Steve Davis for the second half. But this surpassed last week, I would say. Oh. And it was, again, two heavyweights going at it, El Dorado Eagles and the Cleveland Storm. You know what? Gabe Ortega. You mentioned him in the pregame, Charles. You had talked about how good Gabe Ortega is. You said that this guy's going to have a monster game. Is he not getting the attention that he deserves after what we saw?
I feel he's not getting the attention these other quarterbacks are getting because he has a talented team. He doesn't throw the ball as much as the Gentry or as much as Easton. He's more in the middle. He runs just enough. He passes just enough. He takes advantage of his weapons. He utilized that line. The kid is an athlete. There was a run where he took it 80-some yards, called back for a hold, but no one even touched him. So I like Gabe Ortega. I'm anxious to see what he do on these highlights because it was a phenomenal game.
Well, let's get to it. From Wilson Stadium Friday night, it was the game of the week, possibly the game of the year, even surpassing last week's game. And Cleveland was trying to get some things going early as they're driving. Oh, you can't drop the rock. Adam Cook, the sophomore, lets go of it. And that's the first break of the game to El Dorado. It was all defense at first. And then when you get Gentry going, he gets going to Gentry to run to the 50. Next play, check this out, Charles. Gentry through the middle, a little cut to the outside, and look out. The big 6'7" D1 commit is rolling into the end zone. It's El Dorado on top.
Great blocking downfield by the receivers, but Cleveland, not to be outdone, Ortega on a big fourth down right here. Takes it, fakes the handoff, up the middle, shows you that speed. Gabe Ortega knots it up at 7. So we're rolling, right? Rolling. Gentry says, hey, I can do it. You can do it, I can do it. Gentry, nice, nifty moves by the big man. Touchdown right there. And as I was mentioning, Ortega, he can run, but he also can sling it. And when you have targets like this, watch him roll out, roll out. Throws it up for grabs. Just give it to your athlete. Marcus Williams, great catch, young man.
Marcus Williams. Nieto ends up scoring the next play. So El Dorado tied 14-14 comeback. David Inman had such a fantastic game again. Speaking of fantastic games, Noah Schweitzer. Get going, young fella. And if he's working, keep him working. Schweitzer this time, 10 yards out. Get out of my way. He's in the end zone. Had over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And right here, the play I was talking about earlier, Ortega up the sideline. No one touches him. All the way off to the races. Touchdown. Celebration, right? Celebration, right?
Too easy.
No.
It's too easy, Charles.
Holding Cleveland.
And see, we show these things because there's a couple of things like this that really change
the
outcome.
Right here, another turnover. Cleveland fumbles the ball. That's 2 turnovers in the first half, which were going to be really crucial in the end. And right here, my man is coming of age. Emmett, great grab, great throw by Gentry.
Fantastic. And then, of course, Gentry's going to finish it off with a touchdown, 28-21. Look at this. This is 3rd and 23, Charles. Cameron guy doesn't even know what's going on. It's a reverse to Morales and a throwback to Ortega, and Ortega's going to coast it. 67 yards, and just like that, 28-28. How big time was that, and how big time was this guy? I talked about him in pregame, Charles. Jesse Nieto, 45 yards, shot out of a cannon, and threw. It's Cleveland on top.
And right here, Gentry says, hey, you gonna give me some time in the pocket? I'll sling it all day. Nice pass to Amberg. Touchdown. Big pass. And right here, hey, Ortega says, if you can do it, I can do it. And I got weapons. Marcus Williams, again, they just throw it up, and then he just sheds the defender.
Such an athlete, isn't he?
Look at him. Touchdown. We got a game going. And right here, lucky kick. Look, oh, bounce. Oh, talk about
a touchback.
Field position.
Well, and then with that field position, El Dorado's going to strike quickly. They're going to go for the 2-point conversion. They get it, Charles. That's not the first 2-point conversion you'll see. And Jesse Nieto trying to answer, trailing by 1. It was that who's going to get it last type game, and then Nieto again straight through, touchdown.
And you knew it was going to come down to who had it last. And Schweitzer adding more yards to that big game he had, 220 on the ground, Schweitzer. And right here, David Emmett, like I said, coming of age, great over-the-shoulder catch. Cap it off, Schweitzer, touchdown. Coach Sanchez called it out. He said Schweitzer was going to have a big game, and he did.
Well, Cleveland always had the answer. It seemed like a little end around, and Ben Morales, the senior, is coasting. He's gonna get caught. No! All the way 75 yards. Cleveland gets a 2-point conversion back on top, Charles. And then, well, Zach May gets a run to the outside. El Dorado. Yes, Zach May from Gentry. 32 seconds. What are you going to do, Charles?
Go to what works. Gentry, 2-point conversion, back-to-back weeks. And right here, the last desperation, a little hook and ladder action going. Hey, this is the only way they can get it? No.
Oh, my
Ball game,
goodness.
57-56 shootout at Wilson.
Dotson said, listen, I'm not going to overtime.
Yeah.
We're either going to win it here and lose it here.
Yeah.
And, he was genius about it. So they line up, and Gentry draws him offsides, gets half the distance to the goal, and then he's just got to fall down, right?
Yeah.
So back-to-back weeks, 2 weeks in a row, El Dorado goes for 2 to win it. Coach Dotson, man, how big is that?
Gutsy.
It is gutsy.
Dotson is gutsy.
Charles, he said that he basically just said, look, my guys are tired. We had a big game last week. We had a big game this week. We have a short week. They play La Cueva this week on Thursday
another
night.
big
They're
game.
rivals. It's like, we're going to finish this thing regardless. It was a track meet out there.
Track meet, you got to give your hats off to Dotson and being confident in your kids. You're saying, hey, I know we have the horses to get this. Like you said, we're tired. We're not trying to take this any further. Give it to the guy who got you there. Gentry, stud, been doing stud things for the entire year so far, and proved it again. Just basically falling over, scoring a 2-point conversion.
This is an interesting
Excellent
stat
game
for you, Charles. El Dorado did not force one punt on Cleveland High School. One punt. It was the 2 fumble turnovers that were really the difference in that one.
We spoke about it when we were calling the game. We said they're going back and forth. Those turnovers, and we called it, I think about the second quarter, we called it, say, wow, those turnovers, they're going to catch up because you're not, both defenses weren't stopping anyone. They were going up and down the field.
Cleveland.
You don't need that.
Impressive, though, right? I
Very.
mean, this is a very young team, a junior-led team with a few seniors, but they look sharp, don't they? I mean, they look the part. You can say any given day they could have won that game.
Yeah, if you put them together, best of 7, it's a coin toss.
Wouldn't you love to see that?
Coin toss, right? If I'm Cleveland, I'm confident. I'm saying, hey, if we didn't turn the ball over, we win by 2 touchdowns probably.
Now, I guess the question is El Dorado #1? We'll talk about that when we come back in a little bit. We got more highlights to get to. A happy Monday to you, sports fan. Come on back, uSportsCentral.
Come back. Yes.